Hey everybody, today we're continuing on with more of This is the Police. After my, quite frankly, terrible showing yesterday in Smite, figured better to do something that I've got a little bit more control in, although I did better on Smite a little earlier, but that's how it is. I'm not streaming it. Uh, yeah, I think it was Arena and we won with like something like 360 tickets still left. But anyway, different game. Gonna go into this. So let me make sure everything's okay. I've got audio. So last time we learned that the dentist was all a hoax. Um, and things took a really interesting turn. Things went really bad at one point. But let's continue on. Day 84. Drug addiction increased by 38%. Freeburg Chessmaster reaches World Cup. Theater director. We need fresh faces and new voices. Things are about the same at City Hall and Mafia, so let's continue.
Mr. Boyd, this is for you.
Ooh, plot.
That's it?
What's it?
This is from our guy?
What?
It's from the private detective?
What? Oh, no. No, Mr. Boyd. It's from an Agent Dixon.
Oh.
Fine.
I've got a feeling I'm not going to like what's in this. Oh. Okay, maybe I will.
I'm sorry I couldn't swing by before I left, but I'll definitely be back to celebrate your retirement. Ethan.
Guess it's all about
Bobby
that.
Flash, Diamonds and Thieves. Bobby Flash and the Card Shop. Bobby Flash and the Cats Club. Bobby Flash and the Temptations.
Super cop that they read about growing up. That's a nice little thing. Yeah, Ozaki. Ozaki's been doing that a lot recently. Start a new day. Don't really care. Not much is gonna hear it because I want to try and at least have a few videos I can try and monetize on YouTube. I haven't really been doing it yet, but because I've not really been getting the views, but having the option's always nice. Atticus Corp. Suburbs. Mr. Boyd, I'm Ron Atticus. We haven't had the pleasure, but I'm sure you've passed my lovely skyscraper from time to time. It's a wonderful building, and I'd like to expand the surrounding territory. I received all the necessary documents for the demolition of a small neighborhood park. The crew is standing by, but as always, the rabble are causing a lot of problems. Ladies with strollers and dog lovers claiming they use the park every day. I wouldn't want you to take me in for accidentally burying one of those protesters under a layer of concrete. If you can send some men to break those bums up, I'd be extremely grateful. He'd send 6. So I'd only leave me with 4 cops. Oh. I'm gonna hate myself later for this. Why wouldn't it send Kingston? Interesting. Oh, wait. Affairs real quick. Labor market, nothing great. Get 5 more detectives and 5 more cops. I've not got anything great. But City Hall. 1 more day for that. Massive fight at the asylum. A lunatic named Dorothy Townsend snuck out of her room again and broke into the seclusion area we have for violent criminals. She'd hoped to escape with her husband, who is also a patient. This was the report we just received from Carl Cater, doctor at the psychiatric hospital. The woman has raised a fuss among the other patients. Nurses are being beaten while the hospital is wrecked. They locked themselves in and they're driving each other wild. Several nurses have barricaded themselves inside, but we have to get to them soon. Please hurry. Well, I'm definitely going to regret this now. Why is it always on days when a lot of shit happens, I get stuff that requires a lot of cops? Hopefully they come back real quick. Just as I thought, Mr. Boyd, we made a great team. With my resources and your abilities, we could work wonders together. I'm glad to provide you with any services I can for a modest fee. It's the least I could do. Oh. It's kind of nice to hear. Oh, good, they're coming back. Oh, come on. Hurry. Hurry back. You can do it. They're not going to make it in time. I've got nobody for the firefight. I can't just send SWAT. Fender escaped, officers unharmed, civilians unharmed. Well, they're not going to make it in time for the firefight. Ooh, civilian killed. That's never good. Abduction, Desire Park. 6-year Alex went to the playground in the park with her father and disappeared in broad daylight. Oh man, I don't want to send just Clements investigations. Let's clear these detectives off here. Just so I might have some options. Good. I'll send Bowling and Clements. Say I don't need Clements by himself. Atticus Corporation. Let's see, a party. Officer slot. Secret account. Oh. You can deposit or withdraw money from the secret account here. Ooh. Ooh. That's interesting. Take this out, safe firing. If you want to get rid of an employee, we can offer a place for them and add a security detail. We'll even write their letter of resignation. That could be handy. Secret account could be handy, too. Ooh, I am glad I did that now. I mean, at kind of mid-ground glad. The abduction investigation has started. Let's see. Glass McCain, the girl's mother. My husband and I are divorced, and he's suing for full custody of Alex. My lawyer says his chances are 0, and I think he knows it too. Now it looks like he's decided not to wait for the courts. Just takes what he wants, like alcoholics always do. But how could he do this to his own daughter? He must have used one of his cronies to try and grab her. Well, to help grab her, sorry. They're always hitting the bottle and ready for trouble. Him and his whole family are a bunch of drunks and a bunch of trouble. Gordon McCain, father of the girl. First, I've been sober as a judge for a month now. Go to Alcoholics Anonymous meetings all the time. Second, I only let Alex out of my sight for a second. It was Timothy Gallagher came up. He's great. Sorry. I'm getting all kinds of kerfluffle trying to read. We talked for just a second while my daughter was playing by the hill. When I turned to check on her, she was nowhere. Completely gone. I think it's Gladys who made off with her. She's already trying to set the judge against me. She says I'm unfit to be a father. Timothy Gallagher, friend from AA. I think that's the one he mentioned. Yeah. Yeah, I saw Gordon and his daughter in the park. We talked for a moment. He was going to walk with her down the hill, so I shook his hand and left. I was handing out leaflets in the park. I noticed 2 men drinking whiskey straight from the bottle, sitting on a bench near a roller coaster. They saw a girl in a blue dress. She was playing near the hill, and then she bent down to pick up something from the ground. Then an elderly woman walked up, and she took the girl by the hand, and they walked away. The woman walked like she was dizzy. I didn't see anything suspicious. A drunk driver hit a trash can in the parking lot, left some light paint behind, then just drove off like nothing happened. Interesting. First attempted robbery, Bank of Freeburg. Teller noticed 3 hooded men enter the bank carrying sports bags. The frightened teller whispered into the phone, "Hurry up, I think they're trying to rob us. Why else would they be carrying those bags?" Oh, there could be, less upsetting reasons. Robbins and Jacksy. And imprisonment in suburb. Dennis Chapman reported that his neighbor, Marlon Plouffe, is holding 2 young girls against their will in his bomb shelter. The old fool is absolutely out of his gourd. He's convinced the aliens are coming any day now to destroy us, and he's preparing for the coming disaster. He built a bomb shelter filled with food and somehow got those 2 girls down there. I hear them crying, and I wanted to help, but Plouffe threatened me with his shotgun, so I have to intervene in his affairs. Mr. Chapman also explained that the suspect needed women to repopulate the Earth after the disaster. I think Austin and Date. Really? I can't just send the two of them? I mean, it's one crazed man with a shotgun, so... But, better play it safe. Public Indecency, Desire Park. The woman called in and complained about a transvestite. There's a man in a skirt running around in broad daylight. He has no shame. He's causing quite a stir at the park, strutting around right in front of the children. If I had to guess, I'd say he's Scottish. Yeah, I can't just send one. That one, I think, is going to turn out to be a false alarm. Yeah, I finished reading the old, imprisonment suburb. In the bomb shelter is a man with shifty eyes wringing his hands. Go away, vile aliens. You'll never get me and my wives. Sir, you have to help us save the world. The president is waiting for you. Fender caught officers unharmed. Civilians unharmed. Excellent. Public Indecency Report. Man's not transvestite, but a Scotsman out for a walk in his nation's traditional outfit. Yeah, saw that coming. The men had just returned from the gym and were stopping in the bank to take out some cash. Salt and Magpie Publishing House. Senior writer Ivan Bykov attacked a young editor who was reading his manuscript. Madman's tried to strangle him. Coach Ian Gibbons. But yeah, I finished the old Domino Lady pulps. And I was a little surprised because I didn't realize the type of magazine she was in before. Not that anything in there is that, risque. I mean, it was at the time, no question. But it was a little surprising, but not bad. The stories were so-so. They're nothing great. They're not bad. But if there was the thing that made the whole thing work was her as a character. Public Indecency City Center. Several witnesses reported that a naked man is riding a motorcycle through the city. He's carrying a pistol and shooting it into the air while he laughs hysterically. He's very wild and dangerous. He almost knocked over a girl who was crossing the road. Then he took aim at her and tried to shoot her. Nancy and Purdy? Yeah, her as a character, because she wouldn't seem like much nowadays. But back, especially in 1936, she was incredibly independent. Missing person at the beach. A pizza delivery man picked up an order in the morning and didn't return for the rest of the day. The manager said that their couriers have been attacked and robbed a few times. They're very worried for the young man. Missing person is Robert Derry, who's well known for his carelessness. He's also been fired for absenteeism. Said Platonic and Jaxie. But yeah, they are, assault. Bykov was sitting on top of the editor, strangling him. Mr. Bykov, I have a question about one of your novels. At the end of Holy Rainbow, why does Oblomov sell his house? Yeah, figure why use the pepper spray if I don't have to. Start talking about something that someone wrote. Oh. Real well, okay, I can get that. I can understand that one. Send 2 more officers for that one. But yeah, especially if you have use Amazon, have the Kindle, or anything I'll run the Kindle app, which is damn near everything. Public Indecency Report. Nice. You can get all the original stories for like $4. And it's, like I said, they're not bad. Missing person report. Mr. Derry met some girls on the beach and decided to stay and party with them. Legal arms sales. Kevin's Throat Bar. I always want to fuck that one up. A tipsy bar visitor reported that the bartender tried to sell him a gun. Basically, I was just sitting there, drinking and complaining about my wife, who's insisting on a divorce. Bitch threatened to take away my children. Says I'm a drunk bastard and I don't appreciate her. So I tell all this to the bartender and he listened and nodded and then he said, "My friend, you gotta teach that bitch a lesson. Come on, I have exactly what you need in the back." So basically I follow him and he's got a box with a bunch of guns. "Pick one," he says. "Give it to you cheap. I just said I'll think about it and then I gave you guys a call." Robbins, Kingston. I'm gonna send SWAT on this one. Really? Okay. Why I went New York, I don't know. But Yeah, it's still the first day. My brain's all over the place. Reckless Endangerment City Center. A passerby says there's a group of sports cars racing down the road at insane speeds. They'll kill anyone who gets in their way. These guys won't stop for nothing. Oh. And Purdy. My fingers wanted to go to the D-pad, which doesn't do anything on this game. Bar's crowded and smoky, but there's a skinny guy lying on the floor. The bartender's wiping the counter with a dirty rag. Check the skinny guy's pulse. Bartender drops his rag and puts his hands under the bar. The skinny guy on the floor starts to vomit. Keep your hands where I can see them. Yeah, I almost went bad. I'm kind of glad I had SWAT there. Found non-automatic weapons. Bring to the police station. It's the abduction report. Got some new ones. Homicide, nothing new. Hit and run, nothing new. God damn. So let's take a look at the abduction. See what we got. Couple guys drinking. Somebody drops something. Woman gets in the vehicle. I'm still missing too many frames to be able to put stuff in there right now. But at least I'm getting somewhere. Let's see. Reckless Endangerment report. Nice. Offender caught, officers unharmed, civilians unharmed. Then tomorrow, I'll be able to put in new stuff with the mayor's office. Well, City Hall, I should say. And I'll be hopefully the job pool refreshes, and I'll be able to get some new officers in here. Expert. Municipal public toilets need major repairs. Number of buses increased on all routes. Bigfoot Athletic Shoe Store organizes charity marathon. And nothing new there. Yes, Batsian. You can go home. It wasn't her involved in the last one, but the timing was just kind of like, what? I'm going to promote White. Get her numbers up. Start the day. So let's see what's going on today. First, let's go to City Hall. Do all those. Labor market hasn't improved any. God damn it. Okay. But at least we're starting. Let's see. Armed robbery. Blitz Cafe. 4 men flagged down a truck outside the diner and then pulled the truck's driver out of the cab. The diner's cook called it in. Now they're searching the truck, and one of the men is carrying an axe. Osman, Roth, and Feinberg. Help get their numbers up, because they shouldn't go wrong. I say that now. Then again, I lost 5 cops last time. Because some stupid high schooler decided to just start firing. Extortion, Freeburg High School. We've received a complaint from some students that say that their new physical education teacher is extorting money from them for grades. Kane and White should be able to handle that, I think. Ooh, armed robbery's worse, so we'll send Brock and Silk. Yeah, going back, especially seeing for a character who's 81 years old this year, and seeing, you know, what was considered incredibly risque. Oh, good lord. Police arrive at the gym during recess, and the teacher spots them, and tries to escape. But the other exit is chained shut, and the windows are secured with thick steel screens. Calm down, we just want to talk. In a panic, the teacher quickly climbs up the rope to the ceiling of the gym. I can wait. My shift just started. Can't stay up there forever. Really? Wow. Wow. Okay then. Assault St. John's Cathedral because it's got the shortest time. An elderly homeless man was found urinating on the wall of the cathedral. One of the parishioners who found him grew furious. He threw the old man to the ground and beat the bottoms off his feet, shouting, "You're an animal. You don't deserve to walk his earth." So we're going to send Mitchell and Powers. I need at least one person back. Let's see, armed robbery report. Oh, fuck you. I will repeat that. Fuck you. God, I lost 2 more officers. Son of a bitch. That fucking blew. Okay, suspicious individual. A man called in an emergency, whispering hysterically. He said that he's sitting in the kitchen and Mephistopheles is coming over for a drink. It's a goddamn devil. Come get him. Oh, great. White and Kane. Gonna save Prado for something actually useful. Assault report. Vendor caught officers unharmed. Civilians unharmed. Okay. Unlawful assembly. City Hall. First off, paddy wagon. Drivers gathered in the City Hall parking lot protesting against the recent increase in vehicle tax. According to one eyewitness, they set fire to several tires, but otherwise they're behaving fairly well. Prado, Silk, and Osman. And Brock's by herself, and I don't have armed robbery. I can't send her by herself. I can't send SWAT for that one, so that's probably going to get missed unless Power comes back real quick. Official from the mayor's office will be visiting the bookstore today to present his biography, The Great Big Man's Business. It's necessary to ensure his safety. Well, that's that. Armed robbery. A suspicious individual. Drunk man confuses regular drinking companion with the devil. Armed robbery. Offender escaped. Oh, fuck you. Dead civilian. That's always good. Woo. If I refuse, they're by themselves. If I send it, then I got nobody for the vandalism call. Shit. Shit. I'll send Mitchell. Oh, thank you. Vandalism in the suburb. Veteran Daniel Crockett claims his neighbor, a student, is constantly taking shits on his front porch. Look, he nearly plastered every step. This has to stop. That's most likely going to be a false alarm, but thank God that worked. Whew. That was close. But yeah, like I was saying, reading some stuff that was, considered risque almost 100 years ago and looking at it now, it's like, yeah, that's PG-13 at best by today's standards. Salt Foundry. Ooh, I'm going to need a couple more cops. Enraged by the latest wave of cuts at the plant, Adair Ortiz attacked his boss and beat him severely. His co-workers are afraid Mr. Ortiz has really snapped and called the police. One husky ironworker has said this: "We always had problems with Ada. He gets angry a lot. But this time it's different. His eyes are bloodshot, he's growling like a wild beast, and he's about to throw the boss into a vat of molten metal." I've only got 2. Vandalism report. The actual culprits were a couple of stray dogs. Yeah. If you can't tell the difference between a human and a dog, well, there's a problem. Okay. Good, I got some more cops. So let's see. Prado, Silk, Osman, and Kane. Whoo, boy. He's me with 2. Assuming nothing drug trafficking at the port. Oh, great. When they saw several cars in the port surrounded by a dozen armed men, they were unloading something suspicious in a container. Paddy Wagon, SWAT, White, and Mitchell. Oh. I can't. Okay. Got some people back. Okay. Hopefully, That works. I'm tempted to throw a bunch of this money into my secret account, but Adair Ortiz is standing over a vat of molten metal. He's wearing a protective suit and holding his unconscious boss by the throat, screaming like a wild man. None of them are great options, but I'm going to say push the suspect and victim away from the vat. Vendor caught, officers unharmed, civilians unharmed. Whew. I thought that was my best choice. Crap, I need some people back to do this. A hit and run report, nothing new. Robbery, nothing new. Drug trafficking report. Vendor caught, officers unharmed. Civilians unharmed. Found heroin. Bring to the station. Should probably be selling it. I'm only at half of what my goal is, but I got a fair amount of time left. Okay, good. Drug trafficking. Hell on Wheels car dealership. We received an anonymous tip that a local car dealership is being used to smuggle heroin. According to the anonymous source, drugs are hidden in a spare tire. You'll see. Prado, Silk, and Kane. Ooh, this could go. It's almost 2, so I should be fine. Shouldn't be any new calls come in. Okay, good. So now we just gotta wait for them to come back at eternally 3 o'clock in the morning. Drug trafficking report. Phone tip came from some competitors who were hoping to harm the car dealership's reputation. Yep, they'll do that too. Well, any business will do that. Declare dead, and I hate myself. I've got more dead cops. It's all I fucking need. Everything goes fine, and suddenly, whoop! City Hall cuts prison funding. Stuntman killed filming Bloody Shirt 5. Which, I mean, the fact that a film called Bloody Shirt got 4 sequels. In fact, it's called Bloody Shirt, so I'm kind of interested. Christopher G. Sands Ice Arena hosts Stalin's double competition. Well, I mean, I don't know how to respond to that one. The movie opening day starring my favorite actor. No, I can't let you off for a movie. I'm sorry, Ozaki. Yancey doesn't ask for much. So you can go, Yancey. Ozaki's not going to get it. We're going to promote Jaxi. Help boost his numbers a little bit. Let's pick something. Should have something from City Hall, which hopefully means everything's going up 1. Oh, I forgot about sending somebody to the police academy. Got a boost. Okay. I get 10% more. And hire 1 more detective. And I've got more people. Oh, wow. That guy's got professionalism 60. And I can hire 1 more police officer. I don't have a great many options. Ooh. He's old, but detective-wise, he's fantastic. So real quick, I'll go look at that in a second. Armed robbery, Live Good mini market. 3 drunk women entered an all-night store, grabbed a drink of Diet Coke, and then when the shopkeeper walked into the back room, they climbed behind the counter, grabbed the shotgun, and wounded the shopkeeper. The shopkeeper's wife, who lives on the 2nd floor, called the police. Purdy, Robbins, Jaxie. So, let's go to affairs, police station. Let's see, I've got 10 and 11, so I'm good. A can use 1 more, but I can split it pretty well evenly. And they've got the same number of detectives, so Well, hold on. Let me look at my numbers real quick. Yeah. You're going to A. You can go to B. You can come to A. You can go to B. You can go to A. Ooh, they're just so low on the professionalism scale. If they'd been at least 150, that'd be one thing, but I've got to say no for now. I'd rather keep a couple people than have to have people I can't get rid of. Oh. Let's see. Suspicious individual. Ghetto. The Black Handsome barbershop called to report that a man in a hood and glasses asked for a haircut. Said that no one could recognize him. Hairdresser Emmett Brooks suspects the man may be on the run from the law. He even agreed to dye his hair blonde. There's obviously something wrong. Yeah, I'd agree with that. Dager and Austin should be fine. Oh. The women are having fun, drinking alcohol and throwing food around the store. They see the police. One of them grabs a shotgun and opens fire. Let's see. Rushing the store is a bad idea, especially with a shotgun. I could wait. If she's just randomly firing, could wait for them to run out of ammunition, but that's taking a big risk. But that's what I'm going to go with. Yes. Whew. Thunder caught officers unharmed, civilians unharmed. Shooting ghetto. Carmelo Cohen has been fighting with his 42-year-old mother's 23-year-old boyfriend. A neighbor called the police and said that these people had been at it for a long time, shouting at each other in the street. Then things suddenly went downhill fast. They started fighting, and the son pulled out a gun and opened fire on the others. The woman was shot in the leg, and her boyfriend got at least 3 shots in the stomach. Yeesh. That's not good. Kingston, Platonic, and Ozaki. That should handle things, I think. I hope. That's all I need is for shit to go bad. Oh, so that's how that shortcut works. Good to know. I knew there had to be something on here. Learn something new every day. A suspicious individual report. Man just wanted to surprise his wife on their wedding anniversary. I mean, not looking like yourself, that would definitely be a surprise. Abduction, kindergarten. Kindergarten teacher Carolina Cunningham reported that Alevtina Vasileva burst into the nursery, grabbed her son, and tried to run. The school knew she lost custody in the divorce, so security stopped her as she tried to escape through the exit. Now the suspect has locked herself in a room and is demanding that the school release her son. Kochi, Purdy, and Joxy. Ooh, the shooting. Well, I only really have a couple options on that one. My backer copy of the Dark Souls board game finally came in the other day. I'm super happy with it. The only thing I would say I wish was a little bit better was there's a lot of tokens that have to be punched out from some of the cardboard, but there's not a thing in there designed specifically to hold the tokens. I wish there was. There's a thing to hold all the cards, stuff for all the miniatures, but as it is, the tokens would be just like loose in there, which is always wonky because it doesn't allow proper spacing, but you know, that's a kind of a minor thing. Abduction in kindergarten. Children and caregivers are crowding around the door. Find another entrance to the room. By the door, the child is yelling and then speaks in a murmur, "I want my daddy." In the background, there's the sound of someone trying to open the window. This is the police. Open the door. Let's not make things any worse. Fender caught officers unharmed. Good. Child abuse. Suburb. An elderly disabled woman watched from her window as the mother struck her young son in the face and then began to drown him in the inflatable pool. "Hurry," cried the old woman. "Send someone to save this boy." Save the boy. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Shooting report. Offender caught, officers unharmed, civilians unharmed. Well, that's maybe not exactly correct. We know several of them were harmed before we got there. Come on, I need a couple more people free. Ooh, Atticus Corporation. Come on, come on. Okay. Oh, god damn it. Suspicious individual. The man was Manuel Torblanca, Latin American soap opera star. The waitress must have seen an advertisement for Mr. Torblanca's show and mixed him up with a police bulletin about the wanted list. Well, at least that turned out to be nothing. Child abuse report. Vendor caught, officers unharmed, civilians unharmed. Okay, Atticus Tower. Mr. Boyd, we were able to demolish the park next to the skyscraper, but now there's another problem. We've begun to work at the site, and someone's been sneaking in at night and stealing construction material. Either my guards are deaf, or they're in it with thieves. Send over a few of your men and have them cover the perimeter and grab anyone suspicious. But don't take the thieves to the police station. I'll deal with the bastards my way. Ooh. Okay. Attempted murder, Desire Park. A stoned voice shouted into the emergency line that some guy with a top hat was going to say saw a woman in half in the park. The animal has no limits. He's going to kill a poor girl. He was chanting to the crowd of crazies gathered around to watch. It's like some kind of sacrifice. Please send every cop you have. It's a magic show. Sawing a woman in half. I'm going to wait and make sure nothing else happens. Mafia assignment. Jack, we have something going down today at Lucifer in the Sky with Lizards nightclub at 2300. We wouldn't want any policemen crashing the party. I think 3500 should be enough for such a request. Make sure there's nothing else that happens before I would send for the attempted murder. I'm tempted to just let it go because it's not what it sounds like. Unless the guy's not actually a magician and he's going to kill a woman, fight the beach. 4 black men with shovels and metal detectors were walking along the beach and came upon something valuable. First, they were to dig up their big find. Before they finished digging, they'd begun swearing and arguing over each other's shares. The man with the gray beard got tired of his friend and bashed the guy's head in with the metal detector. He fell over dead on the sand. The remaining 3 are still going at it. An eyewitness called the police and recommends we hurry. Let's see. Austin, Dager, Kingston, and Purdy. Let's see, attempted murder. There's only a scheduled performance by famous magician Lorenzo Tarantino. From Honor on Atticus, thank you for your help, Mr. Boyd. That's another $8,000 in my pocket. Theft, Route 22. Pavel Holub said that he paid a girl to spend the night with him last night. In the morning, he said goodbye to her, but later, when he went through a closet, he found some jewelry worth $3,000 had disappeared. Mr. Holub is prepared to show the police where the girl can usually be found. Well, I mean, that's kind of a mixed thing because you're basically having to admit that you hired a prostitute. So, kind of a mixed deal calling that one in. Right, the beach, offender caught, officers unharmed, civilians unharmed. It's that one down. Massive fight. Oh, I don't. Well, okay. I do want to know some little information anyway. Fight broke out at the Butterflies on Crack punk rock concert. Theft report. Offender caught, officers unharmed. Found jewelry. Bring it to the police station. I'm not going to touch it. Let's see. Abduction report. Okay, we've got a few more. So let's look at the abduction. So let's see. Talking, she drops. Kicking me more. Goes girl in a blue dress. Doesn't say what she picked up. 1, 2, 3. There's conflicting ones, so I can't put them in there. The basics are showing up already. Yeah, I'll have to wait for a little bit more information on that. Ooh, I wonder. Is my new detective available? He is. I have been sick of looking at that for ages. Thank you from Sand. Report from the club. Offender escaped, civilians killed. And we'll end the day. Yeah, I'm not exactly on the Mafia's best terms, so I can't really risk it too much. Homelessness increased by 13%. Juvenile vandals forced to clean graffiti. News demand private beach in city. Oh, I actually went up in the Mafia for once. That's good. That gives me a little leeway. It's up all night reading a signed detective novel? Absolutely not. I already see where that's going. First day officially on the job, and he's already trying to weasel out of it. I'm going to have to keep an eye on him, I'm thinking. So let's see if anything interesting. Send cops to the academy. According to recent reports, the FPD is hiring police academy graduates with the lowest grades. Shameful, not just for you, but for the entire city. The next 2 days, send at least 4 cops for retraining. If you can't teach them anything, let the professionals step in. Okay, so first thing, police academy. Gonna send. Okay, I can't send people who are on duty. We'll send Kane and Accept and Gay. Now I'll wait for tomorrow to send a couple others. Shooting, Atticus Tower. An office employee came into work earlier than usual. He heard a gunshot and screams coming from on the roof. I'd always worked on the top floor and I've never noticed anything like this before. So we'll send Prado, Bastian, Powers, Osman, SWAT. I don't think I'll need the paddy wagon. And yes, I did just send some of my best officers to deal with somebody who's helping me. So, in for a penny, in for a pound. Unlawful assembly, St. John's Hospital. Abortion opponents have blockaded a woman's clinic. They're acting very aggressively, shouting, "Abortion is murder, abortion is sin." No one dares approach, and the doctors and nurses are afraid to leave the building. Let's see. Mitchell, Gillette, and Silk. I'm hiring the best officers first. I'm trying to not hire bad officers. Shooting report. Turns out the roof is being used for a final skyscraper scene in the new action movie Bloody Shirt 5, Johnny's New Look. Well, that explains that anyway. Reckless Endangerment City Center. A group of pranksters have been tossing purses on the sidewalks tied to a thin thread. They're pulling the thread attached to the purse to lure curious passerbys into the dumpster in the alley. This is not the first complaint we've gotten about these pranksters. The other day, one of the victims was so scared when they tossed her in the dustbin, she lost consciousness and still hasn't recovered. Ooh, that's kind of bad. Hopefully I'll bring their numbers up, which will only help their numbers go even higher when they come back. Nancy French, Octopus Restaurant. Mr. Boyd, my foreign cooks have really gotten out of hand. They started spitting in the food and putting all sorts of strange things, like it's some kind of joke. It wouldn't matter except several visitors began to notice they're eating foreign objects and started to complain. I tried to talk to the staff and they nod and agree, but then they just continue to wreak havoc. Please send a couple of your men here. Maybe you intimidate them with jail time or deportation. But make sure the threats stay just threats. I can't afford to be without these cooks even one day. I've got nobody to send. Do I refuse or do I retreat? If I refuse, I risk the officers. If I retreat, I lose the situation. I'm going to refuse. I'm going to take the risk. Ah! Damn it. Better escape, officers dead, civilians unharmed. Ah, god damn it. There's a $100 bill on the street and a few teenagers in the alley are poking their heads out from around the corner. Quietly enter the alley from the other side. Vendor caught, officers unharmed. Damn it. God damn it. Okay. I got the officers now. Fraud and ghetto. A man who wished to remain anonymous told us the address of another man who was engaged in the production and sale of fake documents, certificates, and other papers that are in high demand these days. This guy's price has skyrocketed, and the quality is just as bad as before. Prado and Bastian. I think the two of them can handle it. Here we go. Hopefully. God, I can't. Sir, we showed some initiative and knocked around the clever immigrant with our nightsticks a little bit. We fucked with the rest of them for half an hour, and they got with the program, but they won't be monkeying with food anymore. Miss French was so thankful she served up some crab salad with some sake. Now even our families take care of us like that. And that gave me $1,000, and now they're a little tipsy. They seem to enjoy that a little too much. Theft, Atticus Tower. Seller at a gift shop noticed a brightly dressed Mexican woman stuffing a statue of the Freeburg Monument into her bag. She then kept on shopping and trying things on, so I followed her. She paid for everything in cash except the figurine. I asked the security guard to stop her, but some big guy stepped in and the thief escaped. So let's see. Mitchell and Kane. Think that'll do okay. Fraud. No one responds to knock at the door, so the policemen knock it down, enter the apartment. A man wearing glasses pops out of the room and presents his federal agent ID. Inspect the ID. Yep. It said barbecue on it, so, I mean, that's a pretty easy to notice giveaway. Yeah, if that's the quality documentation he's making, then yeah, that's pretty bad. See, reckless endangerment in the suburb. Leroy Everett knows two apparently smoke-filled teenagers sitting on the side of the road, taking turns playing Russian roulette. Ew. Let's see. Powers. Kabata and Gay. Kabata's tipsy. I forgot about that. I think they'll be fine. Staff report. Girl turned out to be pop star Alana Moraz, who was visiting Freeburg while on a tour. The big man who stepped in was her bodyguard. She was collecting souvenirs in the local shops and just forgot the statuette in her bag. Statuette in her bag. I couldn't fit everything in my hands, apologized Alana. Seller didn't recognize her. I don't listen to pop music. But she accepted an autograph from the singer anyway. I mean, putting in your bag's, not the right thing to do, but... Oh, what do you... He was driving with several of the others. He shouldn't have been the one driving. Oh, I didn't even know that was a fucking option. Well, I learned something new. Hostage situation with a fatal casualty. Well, first things first, SWAT's going in there. Passerby saw some masked gunmen flee a bank carrying some big bags and run to an apartment building. Looked to me like one of the robbers was wounded. Prado, Bastian, Osman, and Brock. Fuck. I didn't even know that was an option. Reckless endangerment report. Vendor caught, officers unharmed. Civilians unharmed. Well, shit. This is the guy who just came back from the police academy. And he had to be a pretty a major lightweight for just like one round of sake, although we don't know how much they drank, so doorman is lying unconscious on the floor. The elevator isn't working, and there are traces of blood on the steps. Follow trail of blood. So we're at the top of the stairs. A woman screams, and there's gunshots. Doorman starts to come around. Run towards the sound. There's a corpse of the woman in a robe lying on the staircase. The criminals have holed up in an apartment. Throw stun grenades inside. Vendor caught, officers unharmed, civilians unharmed. They have definitely killed a civilian. Found money. I'm very tempted to ask the Mafia to sell it. I've not done any of that yet. But suspicious individual suburb. Naomi Rutherford is gravely concerned that the city is being invaded by communists. I saw right outside my window a whole family wearing red tracksuits with the letters USSR written on them. I haven't seen anyone holding their hammer or sickle, not yet anyway, but I know it in my heart. It's just like the past 200 years. We've shed blood and sweat for this democracy of ours, and we won't just give it over to these commies without a fight. I say let them come at us with everything they've got. Well, I have a feeling they're not communists, but Mitchell, Gay, and Kane. It's gonna be a false alarm, because they're wearing tracksuits with it openly out in public. They ain't communist agents. That's incredibly not bright. I'm gonna hold off because I'm not sending White anywhere. A few girls got in a fight while they were waiting for tickets to the Larry Pistol concert. Well, at least that one's pretty simple. Brock and Osmond should be able to handle that. God, I had 3 officers die today. Motherfucker. The woman seems to have been startled by the Brin family, immigrants from the Soviet Union who arrived in town just today and hadn't had time to buy new clothes. Okay, well, there is an explanation. I had a feeling it wasn't that simple. Hit and run report. No new frames. Robbery. No new frames. Fuck. I'm so sick of those 2 investigations. Come on. Give me some good news. Prado Bastian Powers. I got a couple more just about home. There we are. And it's the end of the day. I didn't even notice. I was focused on what officers I had, not what time it was. And come on. We can do this. Fight report. Fender caught, officers unharmed, civilians unharmed. Good. End day. And I have to declare more officers dead. Fuck. Last 2 days have been bad. Oh, whoops. Hit the wrong button. Day 88. Port Union threatens strike. Farmers grow record-breaking zucchini. Classroom horrified when failed chemistry experiment claims teacher's life. Oof. And everything's still fine. But he doesn't have anything for the police station. That kind of intrigues me. Yeah, bowling you can have today. Yeah, platonic. If you're having panic attacks, that won't help anything. This is the 2nd day in a row with Yancey. You can go this time, but next time we're gonna have a chat. But yeah, I have a feeling something else is going on with Yancey. This is the 2nd or 3rd day in a row. I want to say 2nd. Messages. Funeral. Another funeral. And I have to send a couple more deputies. So, send Stone to the academy. And we'll send... We'll send Numata. Jet, keep up the good work, and we'll make sure your final days of Freeburg PD are much more comfortable. At least that was pretty quick. Abduction, Route 22. Witness found a rusty white truck that's wanted in connection with the schoolyard kidnapping of 13-year-old Tanya Rodriguez. The machine is sitting in a field. There's been no movement or sign of life for over 2 hours. Coachy, Gibbons, Joxy, and McStone. Hopefully McStone doesn't die, and then I just fucking wasted $1,300 to send him to the police academy, because I don't get that back. I'm kind of tempted to drop $200,000 into the secret account, just to keep it safe. Salt Octopus Restaurant, 50-year-old Amanda Price attacked a young waitress, claiming the girl was flirting with her husband. Amanda grabbed the waitress by her hair and dragged her across the floor, yelling, "You bent over so far, your tits are almost flopped on the menu." Okay, let's send Robbins and Dager. I mean, to a degree, that's what waitresses do, because it usually helps with tips, and that's how they make their living. Let's see, abduction. Suddenly, strange sounds start coming from the van. The windows are frosted over, so it's impossible to tell what's inside. Knock on the door. Inside, there's a man and a girl playing with dolls. Take the girl away, tell her she can finish playing in the police car, and then arrest the man. Fender caught, officers unharmed, civilians unharmed. Yeah, that could have been way worse when we opened the door. Thank God it wasn't. I'm not going to have any new hires just yet, because it's going to be terrible shit. Let's see, assault report. Fender caught, officers unharmed, civilians unharmed. Terrorism suburb. Mr. Norris called in to report an explosion. I was in the kitchen making an omelet with bacon, and suddenly, bang! Explosion shook my windows. I'm a former military man. I'd like to say it was about 10 pounds of TNT, no less. So, I'm going to send Austin Ozaki Numata. So I have a feeling we had a jet flying close overhead, and that just broke the sound barrier. I've had that happen. It does make the nice, loud boom and shake windows. Abuse of authority, City Hall. Young businessman Russell Haddett came to the police about a minor city official, Jasper Redmond, who has demanded a bribe of $20,000. Otherwise, he's refusing the necessary permits for Haddett's store. The businessman has volunteered to pretend he's delivering the bribe so the police can catch Redmond in the act. And this is just kind of nitpicky, but they wrote out $20,000. They put a dollar sign in front of the 20, so it's you didn't need the other dollars. You could either put the other zeros for 20,000 or what. But I'm pretty sure this is a non-U.S. group, so I mean that's little things can happen. But we're gonna send Coachy, Gibbons, and McStone. I think we'll be fine. Don't need to send all 4. Interesting series goes. But yeah, the terrorism report. Mr. Norris's neighbors are performing major renovations to their house. The man heard them doing some demolition. Attempted murder at the beach. A young sailor reported an attempt on his life. I was just swimming around close to the shore when I felt someone's slippery fingers catch my ankle and try and drag me down. I barely escaped. You can laugh, but I know for a fact it was definitely a mermaid. I was in the Navy. I know all about them. Attempted carjacking. Whoop. Police are in the office as soon as the money changes hands. Redmond tries to quickly hide a large parcel in a drawer. Search the desk. Official quickly jumps up and rushes toward the window, trying in vain to get it open. Grab him and get him to the ground. Fender caught. Officer is unharmed. Good. Attempted carjacking at the port. A port employee saw 2 men trying to break into a truck. They were unable to get it started, so they unhooked the truck's trailer and are now trying to make off with it. I mean, unless they've got another truck, they ain't getting away with the trailer. So we're going to send Robbins and Digger and Jaxie. Can't hurt. I still losing 2. I'm not going after that attempted murder. There was something brushed his foot and he's freaking out. Homicide, Sawmill neighborhood. 24 homeless people have settled outside the city where they've organized a small camp. They're very aggressive towards strangers. They attack and beat outsiders, and according to rumor, kill them and sometimes even eat them. The anonymous source said said to look at their garden. They grow narcotics beside the vegetables. I need to wait for a couple people to come back. Okay. So we're going to send Coachy, Gibbons, Kingston, Austin, and Ozaki, and the paddy wagon. Attempted murder. Yeah, Jack, one of our guys stole a substantial shipment and disappeared somewhere in the warehouse district. We don't have time to play detective in there, so we'd like you to give us a couple of professionals to help. Okay. The attempted murder reports Sarah's legs was snagged in some overgrown fleshy algae that grows near the shore. Yep. Shooting in the suburb. Ooh. Oh, crap. Attempted carjacking. All I can do is send Purdy. And hope I get some people back before the shooting ends. So I wouldn't have sent Numata and Stone. I mean, Mixstone, I should say. Human trafficking at the port. Spotting the police, 3 residents of the camp drew some strange knives and rushed to attack. Open fire. They're trying to attack me. Grubby woman with a baby in her arms crawls out of one of the tents and runs toward the police. My son. Take my son away from here. Pick up the woman and child. Vendor caught. Officers unharmed. Found a ficus. Well, I wouldn't call that narcotics. Unless there's something I just am not remembering about a ficus. But we'll take it into the police station. Wait. I had the mafia sell the money. I just thought about that. Shooting report. Oh, thank God. I didn't even look at it. So, there's a children's birthday party going on in the house beside Mr. Norris. The guests popped a few balloons, and Mr. Norris confused the pops with gunshots. Whew. That was luck. 1 second, everybody. Okay. So we get attempted carjacking report. Vendor caught, officers unharmed. So if I can get some people here quickly. Okay, so disorderly conduct. Oh, thank you. An elderly woman made a scandalous accusation at the pharmacy. She claimed the pharmacist substituted her medication because of them she was gaining weight. Look at these wrinkles. It's disgusting. The outraged woman took off her dress. You said Numata. She'll probably do fine. It's not a super serious thing. And human trafficking at the port. First, the paddy wagon. An informant reports that some containers are being smuggled into the port. The illegal immigrants hiding inside are sold as slaves, and the shipment is accompanied by armed guards. Kochi, Gibbons, Kingston, Austin, and Ozaki. It's not going to be the greatest, but I do have a few coming back, so gives me something. Assault Rubinovich Casino. Man who lost a large sum of money at the poker table attacked a female dealer. Let's see. Robbins, Dagger, and McStone. Yeah, people will wager more than they can afford to. That's the unfortunate way things go. Disorderly conduct. Vendor caught, officers unharmed. Good. That just boosts her numbers even more. So when she comes back to the academy, her numbers are going to be way up. Abduction report. Okay, I've got a few more things that fit. Homicide, nothing new. Hit and run, nothing new. Human trafficking. Offender caught, officers unharmed, civilians unharmed. Found non-automatic weapons. Bring them to the station. Let's look at the investigations real quick. The abduction. So, what do I need? What was the one? Two men drinking whiskey straight from the bottle. So let's see. Okay, so we've got this. Okay, she dropped something, went to pick it up. Wait a minute. I don't think. Let's see. In this case, whoops, I need that one. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. So we can remove this one. Well, technically we'd have to remove this one and this one. That leaves... That one can go in the one spot, so first things first, let's put this, then this. Whoops. I can remove that one. So, it's not much, but it's better than what we had. Let's see. Assault of Rabinovich Casino. Why are you cheating, bitch? The man in the yellow jacket is pointing a gun right at the girl's face. Casino security are cautiously watching the action from behind the slot machines. Yeah, we'll try and attract his attention first. Dude, where'd you get that gorgeous jacket? Man squeezing the girl's hand, saying, I know how to put an end to your sleight of hand. Let's see how well you palm cards when you're missing your fingers. Bet it all on red. Ooh. You there, throw down the weapon or you will be shot. Believe me, I don't bluff. If I shoot him with the taser, he'll tense and could still put the bullet in her hand. This one, I'm giving, there's the possibility he will stop. Vendor caught officers unharmed, civilians unharmed. Whew. That was closer than I'd like. Yeah. You tense up, your finger's on the trigger, you will pull it. So it's better to try and distract. End the day. Okay, I had nobody die. Thank God. Day 89. Immigrants in city up 19%. Bishop demands name change for Holy House Pizza. Ambulance driver takes down robber addict. Okay, I think we're going to call that it for today. That was not a terrible lot happened there, but, you know, sometimes that's going to be how it is. Thank you guys all for watching. Those of you caught it here live on Twitch, those of you who watched it made it this far on YouTube. I'm not quite sure what I'll do tomorrow. I'm torn between doing some more of Dark Void or more of Beyond Good and Evil. There's a couple other things that I could do more Smite. Sadly, as much as I tried to talk it up, I didn't have anybody there yesterday. But anyway, thank you guys all for watching. Hope you have a good day. Take care. Bye.